Hello and welcome back to Andy's Amateur Adventures. Today I'm going to do a DIY install of some replacement door speakers on my 2023 Ford Maverick. The ones that came with the XLT aren't the B&O and they're very fleet vehicle quality. So I decided I want to upgrade them. Now, when installing new speakers on the Ford Maverick, I suggest that you prepare the new speakers for installation prior to removing the old speaker. And there I'm showing off the type of speakers that I got. And, you know, they come in a set, so I didn't need to get both. As you can see, I have the old speaker already removed, so I didn't follow that advice. This is kind of some advice that I just picked up along the way. And there goes the new speaker. I also got some wiring harness adapters. That way I wouldn't have to cut or splice any wires. So there goes the new replacement speaker, and it took me a while to figure out exactly how to mount them, because unfortunately you couldn't mount the speaker directly on the door. You had to use that mounting adapter. And it took me a little while to figure out how to use the mounting adapter. There you see me holding the speaker to it. I figured out that I needed to remove some of those internal prongs on the mounting adapter, and you see me with some lineman pliers, and I just broke them off. And then I took the speaker and I took the screw hardware that came with the speakers, and I took the mesh cover to the speaker and eventually screwed them together. And I will fast forward until that's all done. All of this fast forward going, I'll just like to say I'm uploading videos of the full unedited process that I did in sequence, so you can see exactly what I did. There'll be 2 videos, a passenger side door and a driver's side door. And when we come back, you'll see that I will connect the wiring harness to the speaker afterwards. And it's very easy to hook the wiring harness to the speakers. There's a positive and a negative side on the speaker, which you can see it, red positive, black negative. And the red positive is physically larger than the black negative. So once you hook those 2 up, I suggest you set the speaker to the side, and then you go and disassemble your doors to actually access the speakers. And I will switch the video over to that process now. The very first step in disassembling this door is to remove this little trim piece that you see me poking at right there. I did not pre-loosen anything on this. It's my first time going at it, so it took me a little bit to figure it out, but I eventually was able to remove that trim piece. Also, while I'm figuring that out, I will state that the only tools you need for this entire project are some trim removal tools, a 7mm socket and an 8mm socket with the appropriate size wrench and extension. And then finally a Torx bit that goes to those 4 Torx bolts that you see in the trim piece. Now I removed that one trim piece, and then I go up, and this upper trim piece on the door, you go ahead and loosen it, but you don't need to remove it at this point in time. You can remove it later once the entire door comes off. So once it's at that point and it's nice and loose, you can just go ahead and leave it. And then underneath the first trim piece we removed, there's one bolt in there to remove, or a bolt type screw, and you use your 8mm socket to remove that. All the other sockets on this whole project are 7mm. And I did have some issues with my camera while I was recording that last sequence, which is why you saw that jumping around. But once I got that one bolt screw out, I went to the bottom of the door, and there are 2 bolt screws that you'll see down here at the bottom that I take out. And after I finish removing the 2 bolts at the bottom of the door, I went and moved to the middle of the door, and I removed these 4 Torx bits, which I forget the size of the Torx. It's 20 or 30. And I was very careful when I removed them so I wouldn't scratch them. And then I moved on to the next step after those 4 were removed. So technically removing those 4 Torx bolts aren't necessary, but they make the step that I'm doing now very much easier. And what I'm doing now is I remove the power window cover panel from that door handle. So in order to do this, you just use a trim piece, and you can pull out on that on the trim piece that had the 4 bolts in it, and it lets you get your trim piece in easier. And you basically pull forward towards the front, where the front of the truck is, and then up, and it'll eventually pop off. And then there's on the passenger side, one set of wires that goes to it that you just remove the wiring harness in the back. On the driver's side, there's 2 wires. And I will go ahead and pick up this camera here in a second and show you down inside. And there is another socket bolt which we will remove. Well, actually, correction, there's another 2 socket bolts down in there which we will remove. And I was just kind of pulling on it a little bit because I forgot about those 2 socket bolts that need removed. And that's what it looks like down inside. It looks the exact same for both the driver and the passenger side with those 2 socket bolts in there. Now the next step in disassembling this door assembly is to take off the trim piece, and that's the last of the bolts actually holding the trim piece on the door. So the easiest way to do it is to pull out and up, and to take a trim piece removal tool and run it along the front, rear, and bottom perimeter of the doors. You won't get anything from running it across the top because the trim piece actually kind of loops over the top and then sits down into the door. So that's why you need to pull up. Now be careful when you're pulling up on the door, because there still are 2 cables and a wire connected. The one wire that's connected goes to the lock and unlock button. So once you get the trim piece off, you'll need to reach back and unhook that wire assembly. And also the actual door latch itself has 2 cables running to it that goes from the door handle, which you pull, to the actual latch on the door itself. And if you pull hard on it, it is plastic, it will break and you will damage it. I did damage my driver's side door. Luckily, not too bad. I was able to reassemble it myself. Once you have the door trim piece removed, just let it sit there. It'll actually touch the ground, and that'll support most of the weight. And then you have the 2 cables running to the door handle, which will keep it from flopping around. Now you can move on to the final disassembly step, which is taking the speaker out. You see that I just disconnected the wiring harness, and then I go around and I take 3 of these bolt screws out with again a 7mm socket, and then it's fully disassembled. And you can grab the speaker that you assembled in step 1 and go towards and then start reassembling. Now at this point in the process, if you want to add sound deadening to your doors, you will add sound deadening to your doors right here before you start putting on this new speaker which you see me holding. So I begin the reassembly part by taking the door's factory wiring harness and connecting it to the wiring harness adapter that I got with the speaker, again so I don't have to cut or splice any wires in my brand new truck. And then I mount the speaker to the door using the 3 bolts which I removed from the door earlier. Now this mounting adapter for the speaker, I could not get it to attach to the speaker without having the mesh protector on it, which unfortunately makes the speaker a bit wider than the factory one, which interferes with mounting the factory door trim piece back on, which turned out to be no big deal because it wasn't wide to the point where that would not go. It was just very tight. So I was able to force it on a little bit. I was a little bit worried about there being a rattle, but there wasn't any. So I put these 3 bolts back on, and then I just reconnected the factory door trim piece by putting the top on it next to where the window is and pushing down, and then connecting the bolts. Now when I retightened my bolts, I modified my order a little bit. Now I did start with the last two that I removed in the middle on that internal piece underneath the power window button. But then I moved to the bottom and I connected the two bottom ones, and it took a little bit of force because the trim was trying to push out a little bit, but a little bit of pushing in and it tightened right on down. And then I moved to the top and connected the top one that's right behind where the power lock is and the door handle is. And then I did my 4 Torx bolts, or correction. And then I reconnected the trim piece for the power window. And then I did the 4 Torx bolts. And once I finished with the 4 Torx bolts, I just put the 2 loose trim pieces back on, and the reassembly was complete, and this entire process was complete. It took me a little over 45 minutes for the first door and about 30 minutes to do the second door. As far as DIY difficulty goes, I give this project a 2.5 or a 3 out of a 10. Pretty much anybody could do it if you have the right tools, but you can damage something if you're not careful. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.